Hello, this is Brian with Transparency and Merit. Bear with me while I just copy and paste this page because it doesn't get onto my main page. So just bear with me very quickly while I just copy and paste, and then I'm going to get into it. So Roger Stone is accused, and it seems credibly so because I just heard the tape. He said something. My head's a little bit itchy. He did say something, a racial epithet to a black radio show host, and yeah, it certainly doesn't look good. Because, like it or not, Roger Stone was just released. Donald Trump just pardoned him. And, one of the things that the left likes to do is claim that the Republicans are racist. And this is going to get a lot of play. Now, the audio could be wrong, but it doesn't look that way. So, yeah. What can you do when individuals make these kinds of statements? And they do, if you are a conservative, they're going to hurt your cause. And I have a message, I guess, for the conservative movement. Right now, they are out to punish you. What one person does, that's going to represent every one of you. To the left. If you're not thought of as a racist, you're going to be suspected, or I guess suspected as a racist. That's just the way it's going to happen. And, a lot of you probably already know this. We have a lot of desperate individuals out there who, even if they made the mistake themselves, and it may hurt society in the long run, if you are a person like a child or someone else told not to go out into that water, you're not going to be able to, don't swim too far out. It's dangerous. You're going to get caught in that riptide, or you're not going to have the power to swim back. You're not a strong enough swimmer. And you're not, and then all you do it anyway. Well, you're gonna want help. And that's what happens to a lot of Americans today, and probably back in the day as well. They've had children before they can financially afford it. And they're going to ask for help from the government. Because basically, in a sense, they are drowning. They are economically drowning. So, and it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. And people will find justifications to why this should happen. I sure as hell find as many justifications for my overeating and the fact that my overeating has led to my type 2 diabetes. But it's my fault. I have no one else to blame but myself. But I guess if I needed help financially and someone offered it to me through tax subsidies, which belong to somebody else, would I take it? Probably. Even though it was my fault and people are people are paying their taxes and being responsible and eating right and having children when they're financially ready and mature. The responsible are the ones who hold up the irresponsible. And the thing of it is, we can know this, and hopefully people will be ready to listen. And the thing is, you can't take it personally when people won't listen. You just keep moving. Hopefully they don't try to, like if you are talking, they don't try to shut you down from talking to other people. But a lot of times today, that's kind of what they want to do to you. They just want you, they don't, not only do they not want you as a conservative to talk to them, they don't want you talking to other people. They don't want your message out there. They just don't. And you know what? You have to, if you're going to succeed, you have to be a little bit brave, and you have to risk the wrath of a lot of bad, vindictive people, but you're not in the point where you can show that back. They are stronger than you. They have more power than you, and they have the power to hurt you. So they can do things to you that you cannot do to them. I'm not saying take physical abuse or even verbal abuse. Sometimes you just have to walk away. Once it becomes verbal abuse and it's an argument, the best thing you can do is just walk away. Now, if they're willing to have a conversation with you, that's the best part. And that's what you have to recognize. You have to recognize those who are willing to have a conversation and those who just want to argue with you and those who want to out and out just shut you down and shut you up. That's what we're seeing a lot of right now. And we're seeing a lot of fanaticism out there right at this moment. And man, it does look bad. I mean, Roger Stone, yeah, he was speaking and I'm guiding to political Woodstock. He was speaking on the phone, responding, but he muttered an argument with a racial epithet, and it sounds, like it may not be, but it does sound like a racial epithet to me. I could be completely wrong on that. If they enhance the audio and that's not what he said, but it sounds like it, And that's not good. And it's not good for the conservative movement. But the only thing you can say is that doesn't represent me. It's not who I am. And if you are a conservative, you can't be angry. Because if you show anger, they will absolutely use that against you. And you also have to have, I guess, compassion to a degree, because a lot of these people perhaps are broken. And you may be broken too. You may have also have had a hard life. And some individuals you won't be able to get through to. And you're going to also just, for some of them, you're going to have to, like, if they're willing to have a conversation with you, just say, hey, some of these people are drama queens and they're not being fully honest. And the media is not necessarily being honest as well. So again, the secret is really to control yourself, not be angry, because it's when you get angry that you say things that you shouldn't. And that's when you become morally wrong. And at this stage of the game, the left can be angry because the media, they are covering for the left. They are helping out with their narrative. And if you're, whether you're even a moderate, a conservative, or a liberal, if you get angry, they're going to use it against you. And look, you say racial epithets, you're doing something. You're not doing right. Racial epithets are wrong no matter who does it. Anyway, this is Brian with Transparency and Merit. I wish you all the best. Like and subscribe when listening to this, and I wish you all the best.